Hi, how are you doing? We've got to Friday of one of the most powerful weeks that we've had in a very long time, and starting with equinox on Monday and then with the shift of Pluto into Aquarius yesterday. Today Mars moves into Cancer. I think Sunday possibly Mercury conjuncts Chiron, so we're not quite out of it yet, but it just feels like the pressure is building. And I'm not going to pretend that I know a lot about solar storms and solar flares, but I do follow quite a few people on various social media channels who do share information about that. And I know that today, well, actually over the last few days, there have been some really strong solar flares and cosmic weather hitting us. And I'm not going to lie, I'm feeling it. So I just thought I would pop on and do a quick video about Ascension Symptoms and what they might sort of manifest as. Now, and I'm aware that I'm doing this the wrong way around, because really I should do a video about what Ascension is and what my perception and understanding of Ascension is, and I will do that because I think that would add value. But again, if you are interested in that, just comment and let me know. And obviously as well, disclaimer, I'm not a medic or a doctor, and I don't give medical advice. And you know, if you are experiencing things that are unusual or troubling or worrying, then absolutely go and seek professional opinion. But for the past week, I have been feeling very exhausted, like an exhaustion that goes beyond anything that I've felt in quite some time. I'm managing to get on with my day-to-day life. I've done aerobics, I've taken the dog for a walk. I have, I'm kind of getting on with things. I'm working, I'm doing my astrology reports as well. But I just feel so tired. My body feels so heavy. I've had a sore throat, which it has gone now, thankfully, but it's kind of lingered for a good sort of 5 or 6 days. And nothing that I was taking, or, silver spray, vitamins, that sort of thing, nothing would really shift it. And yeah, just feeling this kind of sense of not quite here, not quite with it, a bit, not dizzy, but not just spaced out. It's very bizarre. But then when I read about these solar storms and solar activity and the flares that are hitting us, if you are feeling out of whack, and I'll go through a list of sort of potential Ascension symptoms in a minute. So, it could be, if you've ruled out everything else, it could be that we are just going through this incredible shift. And things that haven't happened before are happening all around us, and it can be so unsettling. And you can feel like someone's ripped the rug out from beneath your feet. There's a lot going on across the world, depending on where you live as well. And if you're empathic and sensitive and intuitive, you are going to be feeling the impact of that, because we are all connected, we're energetic beings, and it is having an impact, especially I try not to look at the news too much, but I do check in, because at the moment there just seems to be so much happening. I am keeping an eye on it, and I don't watch the reports, I just read the headlines, but there is a lot going on. So, Ascension symptoms. So an ascension symptom is effectively something, it's an indication that our bodies are going through a big shift, and we're preparing to sort of move from a denser third dimensional sort of way of living and reality and into a fifth dimensional. So we're basically going through this process at the moment of purging huge amounts of lower vibrational energy, trauma, cellular memories. Everything is being pushed up to the surface to be looked at, to be acknowledged, and then to be released. And this is not easy work. It is not comfortable. No one really, it's much easier to push it back down and pretend it's not there. And obviously that is what a lot of us have done over lifetimes. But if we don't deal with these sort of memories and, you know, experiences and our emotional responses to things that we've experienced and seen and even read about, we suppress it, that's when we can create disease and illness within our physical bodies. So we're going through a shift. We are releasing so much, and we can see that, you know, I certainly from my own perspective, you know, I can see that happening in the collective. Almost everybody I know is having some really quite challenging stuff to deal with. I'm no exception. But it is a case of just pushing through. But I always think if you understand a bit more about what's happening and why, it can help you to deal with it. So Ascension symptoms. I'm only going to talk about the physical ones today, although there are emotional ones, you know, because our reality is changing and we're starting to see things very differently. So that can make you very confused, very sort of push you off your balance, you know, ungrounded, etc. And, you know, there's lots of emotional and mental issues that can arise as a result of that. But the main sort of physical ones that are quite common, headaches, pressure around the head, migraines, problems with the sinuses. They may feel blocked, or they may be running, you know, if you're releasing a lot, and that's all to do with the third eye, the crown, and also the alta major, which is one of the chakras at the back of the neck. So tension in the jaw, pain and discomfort in the teeth, you know, and you can go to the dentist and they can't find anything, but it's, you know, that can be a real issue. What else? Things like feeling chills, having a high temperature or a low temperature, like flu-like symptoms, I guess. So chills, sweats, body aches and pains that move around a lot for no reason. So you might have a pain in your knee, and then a few hours later your shoulder might be hurting, or your feet, or, you know, it's just, or back, particular shoulders. You know, we're carrying a lot, and the reason that these pains move around the body is because we are releasing constantly. Things like ringing in the ears is a really common one, feeling tingles in the hands, being more sensitive to energy, problems with the eyes and the eyesight. So I've, like, this morning I woke up, my eyes was really blurry. I felt like I wanted to clear my eyes and I couldn't. It took a little while for that to pass. I had earlier in the week, I had like suddenly my vision was like, it was all wavy and distorted and very colourful, and I was like, this isn't right, what's going on? But again, I just thought, don't panic, just sit down, close your eyes, ground center yourself, and it passed within a few minutes. So again, just a lot of very strange things happening. And again, my interpretation of that is that as your eyes are changing, we're going to be able to see a lot more. So it's your third eye sort of being clearing and readjusted, recalibrated. Heart palpitations, sort of, yeah, a kind of fluttering, changes to your appetite, your diet, not wanting to eat certain things anymore, or craving other things at times which you never wanted, your body reacting differently to foods and drinks. What else? I think that might be it. There's probably a lot more. But yeah, it's not easy. We're going through a really big shift, and it's our bodies are having to adapt to very different energies. And like I say, this purging, this clearing out it's not for the faint of heart. You know, it's challenging, it's tough, but there is a reason we're doing it, and it's because the energy is shifting, more light is coming in, and our bodies are having to adapt to more light. So our bodies are therefore reacting differently. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm thinking our skin, you might find that you're getting sort of strange breakouts or rashes, or yeah, hives, anything, or allergies that you didn't have. You know, there's all sorts of just strange things which, you know, on an individual basis might not be a big deal, but when you're going through it all at the same time it can be a lot. So like I say, I don't have any medical advice, but sometimes just knowing what's going on can kind of give you a kind of greater perspective and help you to work through it. I would say make sure you're drinking lots of water, make sure you're getting enough sleep, although sleep patterns are being disrupted as well, so that doesn't help. But make sure, even if you can't sleep, that you are allowing your body to rest. Spending as much time outdoors as possible, grounding. I've actually just bought a grounding mat, which has arrived today, so I'm giving that a go, because although I get outside, I don't have the opportunity to have my bare feet on the earth very often. So I thought I would give that a go and see what it's like. But yeah, spend time outdoors, in nature, lots of water. If you can, high vibrational foods, like lots of self-care, salt baths. You know, if you work with crystals or oils, try and find the ones that you know you're drawn to help you, support you at this time. Anyway, I hope that helps. Oops. And yeah, let me know if you are the same. Hopefully it's going to pass soon, because it's not easy. But we're all in it together. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'm Louise at Spiral Bright Insight, and have an amazing day.